Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a good day, and if you're not, I hope this video makes your day. And today I wanted to do a real quick little video talking about what's coming next for Monster Hunter Wilds and what you should be looking out for in the upcoming weeks, and what might actually be a really cool new festival that's been hitting in, the Flamefett Festival. So strap yourselves in because there's a lot to talk about. And let's go ahead and let's dive into the video. So, the event of Flamefett is going to be live as I'm recording this just tomorrow. So, it's going to be a pretty big event automatically because they've changed a lot of things, and we're going to talk about a lot of things that they're adding in and how they're listening to the community and what they've been wanting. But for right now, we're just going to look at the little community post on the Capcom website of the Flamefett. Festival of Accord Flamefett is live, technically not. The Festival of Flamefett is live in the Grand Hub for a limited time. For duration, the Grand Hub will feature festival decorations and seasonal meal, special new equipment, gestures, and pop-up camp decorations will also be available. Very happy on the last thing there. But yeah, so as I'm recording this, it is just the 22nd. It right now is the 23rd is when it will be live. So it will be live on Wednesday, and it will end on Wednesday, August 6th. So we got a little bit here to worry about. But you can see just some pictures. We're going to talk about this because I'm really happy about this. This is very funny. Event quest highlights. We have an extra login bonus available throughout the event period. So this is the only crafting material to make special equipment. We got the new armor set. I actually really like this armor set. I really like the Palico armor set more. I'll admit that right there. That looks pretty cool. I really think that's awesome. That looks sick as hell. But still, I really do like the male outfit. I think this is going to be really good for layered sets, especially the fiery crown that he has. That's really cool. But then you have extra login bonuses. There's some stuff here, like a little new guild card, equipment for your pop-up camps, secret stuff, and whatever this is. I can't actually tell what this is. I think this might be an emote or just a light bowgun. Could be both. It would be really cool if this is both a light bowgun and a emote in the game, but we don't quite know. Oh wait, it tells us right here. Secret decorations, pendants, gestures, BGM track, pop-up camp gear options, pop-up camp customization. Yes, it does look like there's some more customization there. Hunter profile background, hunter profile pose, hunter profile nameplate, hunter profile titles. Yes, very nice. Limited time event quest available. So just like the Festival of Accord, Blossom Dance Festival, the old World's Armor was an event quest that you can get. It looks like they're doing that again for the Scuba Diver gear. Scuba Diver gear has never been really my favorite one. I more or less like the Palico armor set, which I'm really glad to bring that back as well. So yeah, very good. So this is Pick Your Poison. I'm guessing this is the Rumpapola and Gypsos one. Yeah, it's right here that you can get. So that's really cool. Very nice to see there. I really like to see a lot of this, none other than showing up here. But yeah, it's just gonna work the same way as the Blossom Dance back in April. So we kind of figured that. This is what we care about, though. This is what we care about. Putting up a stink. We got our first food weapon and our first technical layered weapon as well, because I actually don't think that the longsword, pickaxe, or sword and shield is actually going to be coming in this festival. So this is our first, like, brand new weapon that we can use as layered weapons, and it's a really good one too. It's the corner on the cob one, which is just very nice. You guys see that there's some glasses I guess you can get for Alma, so that's really nice as well. Picking up a stink. I think this might be Kongalala and maybe Rathian. I can't quite tell. And then a new special seasonal meal available at the Grand Hub Canteen. Nice juicy steak. Oh my god, there's a watermelon. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think I'm only getting that. This one's actually very interesting. Fabius will also be available as a support hunter during this period. So, this is very weird. So does that mean that during special seasonal events, Fabius can come on hunts with us? Because if that's the case, that's kind of cool. You could see him fighting an Archveld over here, doing a clash with him in the Oil Wool Basin. Yeah, this would be pretty cool if this is actually what it is. You know, Fabius actually, during seasonal events, can show up as a support hunter. That's pretty cool. Lucky Vows increased to 2 per day. Very nice. Limited bounties updated every day. Items at the Prohibition stockpile will be on sale the entire period. Pick up the Flame Fete DLC pack, paid DLC to brighten up this season even more. So this is one I actually really do want to talk about. Because at the end of the day, all we care about is Gemma's outfit. That's all we care about. All we care about is Gemma's outfit. Right then and there. Can we all just agree on that right now? Okay, I'm joking. I care about Gemma's outfit. I'm joking. But Alma fans got a really nice outfit. I think this is a big step up from a lot of Alma's outfits that she's been getting. She hasn't gotten a lot, but it's been nice. This also does mean some pretty cool stuff, because that means Eric is also going to be getting some outfits as well. Because you can see that he has an outfit as well for the summertime event. But yeah, that's pretty cool. But definitely, if I was actually being honest with myself, I want this. I want this Flaming Secret. It is like the coolest shit ever. If you had to tell me that I'm gonna have to like have a secret armor for the rest of the game, it's gonna be this. This thing is cool as hell. I love this shit. This shit is awesome. Awesome stuff. And then there's just some final notes. You need to make progress in the game and unlock the Grand Hubs in order to experience all the events. Yes, we know. Quest availability may change without prior notice. Some limited time content may become available again at a later date. Some contents may not be available from the start of the period. So yeah, so make sure you log in every day. Make sure you get those bonuses. And along with that, make sure you just try out new event quests, get stuff. Whatever you're missing, and try to keep up with the date. But that basically is just the Flame Fete Festival right there. It's going to be, I think, a big step up from the first one, because I think Blossom Dance was a little bit of a letdown. But now that we're going into idea of where event quests are now going to be a lot more goofy and wacky, I'm very much looking forward to, you know, this one compared to the Blossom Dance. I'm very much looking forward to that. And there's Beach Ball Barrel Bombs. That's so good. I love that so much. I can't. And that's honestly one of my favorite things. They changed the barrel bombs to beach balls. It's so good. So the next thing I actually want to talk about right now, before we get into anything else, is something else that's actually happening on the Festival of Flame Fete. So on social media right now, Monster Hunter has been basically giving out guild reports, talking about things they're adding to the game. They talked about performance, basically right off the bat on the very first one. For one I've been keeping track of right now, there's only 10. We're actually going to be looking at Guild Report 10, because it's really important on what's coming up now, because they've been really keeping in track with what the fan base has been wanting, what the community has been asking for. And in Guild Report 10, they basically talked about, well, the Arch-Tempered monsters. The request was to make Arch-Tempered monsters be permanently available, and guess what? They're just making them permanently available. If you've been keeping on track, you know that Arch-Tempered Raidao came back for a little bit. But now, both Arch-Tempered Raidao and Arch-Tempered Ufduna, they're going to be coming back. And they're going to be in the game permanently. They're just straight up making them permanent available quests. But here's the kicker. Ufduna's coming 1 week earlier than when it was planned. Ufduna was supposed to be coming next Tuesday. Or Wednesday, whenever the event is. It's now coming on the same day as the event starts. So if you guys have like anything with like, oh, we're just going to wait until the Arch-Tempered, well guess what? It's literally on the 23rd. It's gonna be on the same date, and they even talk about how there's gonna be other event quests permanently available as well. So this is some pretty big news. In case if you missed an event quest, they might just make it permanent, and you don't really have to worry about missing it. That you can just log in one day and see it. Now this could either hurt or help the game, in my personal opinion. I think there's always a good idea to have event quests where people could come back and always try out a different hunt. Get people to come back and do new things, you know, get new equipment. To make them permanent, it might be not as good. Because if someone misses event quest, they're going to keep a lookout to come back for another event quest when it comes back. So to make it permanent might not actually help it, but we'll never know. I remember in Rise and Sunbreak, it was just really overwhelming on how many event quests were just in the game, because they were permanent as well. And just looking back at it, I kind of don't want the same thing for Monster Hunter Wilds, because I don't think it's going to be, well, beneficial. But yeah, that's going to be a very important thing. Arch-Tempered Ulfduna and Raidal are going to be permanent, and Ulfduna is coming 1 week earlier on the same date as the Festival of Accord Flame Fade actually ends up starting. So this is some pretty big news for what's coming next. The next big event that we're having in Monster Hunter Wilds is none other than the big guitar event with whatever the car company. I'm drawing a blank of what the name is right now. It's very early morning as I'm recording this, but still. Yeah, it's really cool. Honestly, there's nothing really else to say about this event. It's literally just, well, you can get a guitar that plays the Monster Hunter theme. It doesn't need to get any cooler than that. That's already cool as fuck. So I'm very excited on this one. I'm definitely coming back as this one. It's also been reported it is an event quest, so it's going to have a time to come in and a time to leave. Whether or not that becomes permanent, we don't know. They're still working on making other event quests permanent, who knows. But yeah, it's very exciting. I really do like that they're doing these event quests. This one's really cool, it's really out there. We didn't think it was going to happen, we couldn't really guess, so just it being a surprise was pretty cool. And just being able to play the Monster Hunter theme of guitar in-game is going to be funny as hell. There's going to be a lot of Grand Hub antics running around with the new dances. And now the water gun fight, if that's actually is an emote. And then now the guitars. So this is going to be really funny, and I can't wait to see all the antics that take place in the Grand Hub. The final thing I want to talk about in this video is Free Title Update 3. It is still planned for September, late September, I think. I don't know exactly. But still. That means we have the rest of July and all of August. If it's coming late September, I'm probably going to give it around maybe 22nd to 30th route when it's going to release. So we still have a little bit of time. Don't expect any big news to be announced at Gamescom, which I believe is on August 25th, if I can think of the date on top of my head. I don't know. But yeah, don't expect any news on that. I'm not expecting anything like that for news. I'm more or less expecting maybe either a Monster Hunter showcase or a PlayStation showcase, because we usually do get to see a PlayStation showcase sometime in September or October. So make sure you keep a lookout for that. That's basically all I can really say. We don't really know much about this free title update for the game. They didn't even tease the monsters, so it's probably going to be a big one. But still, it's very exciting to see how this is going to go. One thing though that we do know that we can talk about free title update is that we can basically make an conquered guess that the Arch-Tempered monster is going to be New Udra. They've been kind of going on a route on how they've been played out in the maps. You had Raidal, Ulfduna. Next one's obviously going to be New Udra. And if anything, we will have the next free title update 4 in December, either late December or early January. And that one will most likely be Jin Nahad's Arch-Tempered. So we can basically make the conquered guess that that's the route that it's going to go on. And then if they pick any other Arch-Tempered monster, it will most likely be Archveld for free title update 5. And then that'll probably be it. A lot of people still think that we're going to get Gorm Regala. I honestly don't think we're going to get Gorm Regala. I think that's going to be, unfortunately, not going to happen. But who knows. Could we get Shagaru Regala in free title update 3? That has still been missing, and many people want Elder Dragons. We don't know. We don't exactly know anything that's going on. At least I don't know. But still, it's very exciting. We got a festival coming up on that time. However, the fall festival will look like it will be very interesting. My guess is that it will definitely be Jack-o'-lantern Halloween theme, since it will be around October, most likely when the event is going around. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how they make that look all spooky and stuff. It's going to be looking very nice. That's all we can really talk about free title update 3. We don't really know much and I don't expect to know much until September. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for any news. Like I said, it's most likely going to be either a Monster Hunter Showcase, or it's going to be a PlayStation State of Play, because, you know, it's been a while since they've done a showcase. But still, it'll most likely be one of those two things in September. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. If you're wondering how will the news be spread out for Free Title Update 3, my guess are Monster Hunter Showcase and a PlayStation State of Play. And that is it. That is all we can basically talk about for, well, what's going on in Monster Hunter, what's coming next, what should we look out for, what's the big news. It's basically just that thing. Festival Flame Fate is going to look like it's going to be really good. It definitely, to me, already looks like it's going to be a step up from Blossom Dance. The Katara event quest is going to be really good. I'm really hoping Arch-Tempered Uthjuna puts up a fight. And I'm also really hoping that our armor set is going to be really good, because Uthjuna's armor set is just not rememberable at all. So hopefully Arch-Tempered's is going to be really good. And then obviously, Free Title Update 3, we don't really know much about that. But it doesn't mean that we can't get excited for it. You know, who knows? We could get an Outer Dragon, we may not. We could get something else. We could get a big surprise. I'm still hoping for a Guardian monster, not even gonna lie. I would really like to see more Guardian monsters added to the game. I think they're very underutilized, and I wouldn't just want them to be, you know, contained to like 5 monsters. Technically 6, if you count Guardian Arc build, but still. I would really love to see a new monster added to the Guardian roster. But I guess it's just a waiting game. That's all it is at the end of the day. If you guys like this video, remember to like and subscribe, and go follow me on twitch.tv/GamingHunter06. And I'll see you guys at the Festival of Accord Flame Fates. Make sure you look out for my stream. I will be streaming on YouTube the event of fighting Arch-Tempered Uthjuna and Flame Fate. Just come on down and come give it a watch on Wednesday. I'll see you guys there. Have a good day, and goodbye.